Alrighty, everybody. Hello and welcome to. Well, it's repeating. The song's repeating. ah, welcome to Misadventures in Middle Earth, a tabletop roleplay game based on 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons rules, set in J.R.R. Tolkien's world of Middle Earth. We are here, being led by our esteemed lore master Carvet Logsplitter, and we're currently on our way to go avenge the kidnapping of one of our fellows. Liswin's person. Liswin's squire has been kidnapped, so we're going to go try and rescue him. I think that's what we're doing today. I think this is what's going on. So, Carv, take it away.
Well, we have a little bit of bookkeeping to deal with first. Do we have a ton of background noise? Because we're trying to get it down, but we'll see how it goes. If I need to go deal with the children, properly before we start. Okay, well, when we last left our fellowship, they had just encountered, frankly, some dead guys. They gathered the dead guys who were in fact Beornings, Thanes of Beorn himself, brought them to the nearest Beorning settlement, discovered that they had been basically, by tradition, been obligated to take said Beorning fellows to Beornings to the burial halls at Beorn's house. Whereupon arriving at Beorn's house after some strenuous negotiations from the village elder Emma, you were able to procure a wagon, which then brought you up to Beorn's house, whereupon you made some good conversation with Beorn, impressed him with your ability to remember Beornic traditions, said a few words. Daz did not get as frisky as he would have liked, but that's okay because it probably helped your case. After several rousing speeches and tankards of mead and a good send-off to Maravik and Odo's funeral service, you guys procured the assistance of one Beorning warden by the name of Theomin. Theomin has volunteered to come with you to hunt down this prisoner who is a kinslayer, as well as find more information about this group of ne'er-do-wells that seems to be gathering in the woods. And so it is the next morning after the funeral where you all have gathered together. You've gathered some fresh provisions. You've made sure that somebody has decided to take the wagon back to the people of Stonyford. And you've had some final conversation with Beorn. He said that while he was out as a bear dealing with the orc problem, he sniffed the campsite where he actually found the site where Maravik and Odo fought the orcs, and he did scent that the individual who escaped was in fact heading south into the woods, but he wasn't entirely sure which side of the river he was on because it seemed like he crossed more than once. So the running assumption then is to head south and look for signs of his passing, interview anybody you may find along the road, and see if you can figure out which way he went.
Because we're so good at interviewing and people skills. We're the best.
Got those high rolls.
At which point Theomin goes, ha ha ha, lucky for you. Paper?
You said you made a printout for me.
I did. I made a printout. I went all kinds of low tech. I have a book, and oh yes, check this out. Physical copy of a character sheet in pencil.
Nice.
Because
It takes me so long to look it up on the computer.
Hey, so is mine.
So
So
I made her a character sheet with all her abilities so that she will have them in front of her. Because she's a DM in another game, and it's hard for her to have multiple plots going in her head. That's okay.
all the extra
So
voices.
Theomin laughs as he hears Annette's comment. He says, "Never fear. I am well known in these parts. I am a traveling storyteller, amongst other things. I will be glad to give you what assistance I may."
Excellent.
Cool. Do we still have that cart?
The card is still there, yes.
Cool.
You may use the carts to take you back to Stony Ford. You may drop it off on the way, or they may make arrangements to have somebody else drop it off.
May as well bring it with us, right?
What was that?
We may as well bring it with us, right? Bring it back down.
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah.
You
Seems
certainly
reasonable.
can. Question. Will Liswyn be participating, or is she just hiding?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
She's
I
here.
haven't heard her yet. Okay.
So for those, Lisbon's not
Liswyn.
feeling too good, so she's off
Gotcha.
camera today, but she's here.
Gotcha. Okay, well, go ahead and make a perception check this way.
Well, that's a good start.
Liswyn, being of a Rohirric martial background, is inspecting everyone's gear to make sure that any bits and pieces that need to be mended, fixed, repaired, replaced, etc., is well taken care of prior to departure. When she begins to look over Theomin's gear, it's immediately apparent to her that this fellow is not only carrying a longsword, but it is a Rohirric longsword, specifically her Rohirric longsword that was traded to a woodman last year.
That's right. Hey, I like your sword there.
Yes, I acquired it from a woodsman, an arousing tale. It was fascinating. He said that he ran into some far travelers, and after a few discussions about our relative swordplay and a few tales and a few tankards of ale, well, I'll just say it ended up as mine.
All right.
And he smiles.
I would be the one of the travelers that he came across, and that was actually previously my sword.
Really?
Yes.
That's fascinating. I'm so excited to hear that.
Small world.
Have you
I've
been doing
always
well with
been
it?
fascinated with the tales of the blonde horse lords from the south. And finding this piece just really excited me. It's wonderful to finally meet one of you, people of Rohan, is it? In person.
Yes, people of Rohan. I'm Liswyn, if I have not yet introduced myself. I had a little too much to drink last night. Don't quite remember all that I had met. So I'm Liswyn of Rohan, and I've been sent as an emissary by our king to meet the folk up here that are more north of our borders.
That's magnificent. Well, I'm glad to make your acquaintance, Liswyn of Rohan. I am Theomin of the Mountains. Okay, I confess, I'm not really Theomin. Theomin's a Rohan name I heard from legend, and I thought that would be a great nickname. It's not what I was born with, actually. My real name is Baron, but I've been trying to get people to call me Theomin because I heard tale of a person of Rohan who found out he was from a far distant land.
What's wrong
So
with
I like to
Baron?
think... Say what?
What's wrong with Baron?
Nothing's wrong with Baron.
That's a
It's fine
fantastic name.
I just happen to think of
That's
myself
basically
as
my name.
someone who was raised amongst the woodmen up near Mountain Hall, but I've always kind of thought of myself as from being a far off place, and the name Theomin just sounded good. I've been trying to cultivate it as a nickname. What do you think?
I like
Well,
it.
I will call you Theomin if that is what you would like to be called.
Oh, I'm honored, my lady.
What does Theomin look like?
Theomin looks very much like a lot of the other Beorning you have met. He's not quite as big as Beorn. He's a stout fellow, though. He's got broad shoulders, nice hairy chest. He's wearing pretty standard gear. However, he does have a big, thick, fluffy cloak, and he's also got brightly colored traveling gear. It's almost as if he's been to a hobbit tailor, but his clothes are quite loud. But he's sporting a great bow across. He's got a necklace which appear to be made of orc teeth, a little bit more fierce. Backpack, belt, dagger boots, same routine.
Right.
He's got a leather corset on with a shield. He's got a bow slung over his back. Yeah, he's ready to go. He looks like he's been out for a while.
I like this guy.
Well,
Didn't say that, but I did.
You thought it out loud. I like this guy.
Sure.
He says many people do, actually. Not that I'm of a ladies' man or anything, but I have made it my business to help people when and how I can.
Nice. All right. Well, family. Glad to have you
All
along.
right. Well, welcome, even though I think your original name was cooler.
His name's Baron, dear. That's why he's offended.
Oh, he's always grumpy. Never
Baron
mind him.
Deer. Wow. That's fascinating.
Very. So we headed out.
So let me get this straight. If you were with a woman, would she call you Baron Deer? Come here.
Oh my god. That hurt me a little bit physically. To get hit points taken away for puns. Okay.
If you don't already have it marked off, just give yourself a point of inspiration for putting up with that one. Just take a DM inspiration because of the horrible pun. I enjoyed it. If the rest of y'all didn't, that's too bad. All right, you may carry on.
Caught.
Carry on, my wayward friends.
All right.
But
Exaggeratedly lives staring at Behrman.
From the Brunist. Oh, come now, friends. What is a good witty banter between traveling companions?
Well, when we get
usually good witty
one, I'll let you
banter.
know.
Ouch. Very well then. Very well. Shall we be off?
Sure.
Let's go.
All right. You guys all leave the house of Beorn, traveling down the country byways, passing the lush fields of not copper, that's in the Shire. Clover. Clover's the word I was looking for. The large beehives, leaving the land of the immediate surroundings of Beorn's house behind as you carefully make your way down south. After about a day's travel, you find a nice Baron, aka Theomin, introduces you to a farmstead where there's a nice fella who's tending his farm, and he makes greetings and he makes arrangements for you guys to stay the night. It's in a barn, but it's dry. The hay is soft. You guys enjoy a good night's sleep. What is this? What is this?
Don't look. Pay attention what you're doing.
Okay, sorry. I wanted to make sure it wasn't involving me. You're talking in front of my back.
Worry about
So you guys carry on downstream. As you begin to get further and further away, he starts to make motion that you guys should begin to start seeing if you can find some evidence of where this fellow may have gone. He does let you know that the guy you're looking for, his name is Oderic. He's gleaned that much. He's gleaned that much from the various different people he's talked to, as well as some of the rumors that he's starting to hear.
So
I need you guys to make an investigation, perception, or survival roll. Doesn't matter who, roll whatever you got. Roll your best one, and we'll see what y'all come up with.
And we're not exhausted anymore, right?
No, you're not exhausted. You're all well rested. You've all had your long rests. Your hit points are back up. Your inspiration. You said
investigation, perception.
Investigation, perception, or survival. You are on the hunt for signs of this fella Oderic, to see if you can figure out where he went, what he was doing, with whom, and for how many cookies. What role was yours in that?
Investigation.
All right.
let's see if we can get above a 10 today. That's the goal.
Get above a goal. All right. This one, what was your role?
Perception.
Perception.
And mine was perception, but it was my survival and perception are the same. So I just went with the first one that I already had a macro for.
Thus far, as you've traveled, you really haven't seen anything that gives you indication of where this guy has come from or where he's gone. However, you do pass another traveler on the road. You meet actually a small company of woodsmen who are traveling to the mountain hall in the far west. they've left the woods and they're traveling across the plain. And as you pass, you exchange greetings, and the Mark strikes up a conversation and find out that they've heard tale of a bloody murder down in Stonyford. And they heard, according to the story, Oderic killed an older man named Rathvik. And the story that they heard was that Rathvik caught Oderic in bed with his wife. The two fought, and Rathvik was brutally and mortally wounded.
No!
Well,
That sounds like those sordid plays you see in town.
what sort of plays do you see?
Well. Hmm.
The sorted ones.
Mm.
A murder in Bree. Brewery in the Shire.
Mm.
Capers of the Beornings. Delightful doings in Mickledelving. They're sorted alphabetically.
Stop it. Just stop it.
Wow.
All
Okay.
right.
So, we've got this rumor.
That's
This guy.
what happened.
Great. Good to know.
my.
That's awkward.
Was the killer ever brought to justice?
No,
That's what
we're
we
looking
heard.
for him.
We heard that he was taken away, but we didn't hear that all we heard was that he'd been taken away.
Oh my.
Oderic's the guy we're looking for.
Mm. Okay.
Well, good luck with him.
All
Sounds
right.
like he's a nasty sort.
We'll see.
Mm.
I mean, who knows? Maybe the deceased tripped and fell numerous times on his knife or something. I just don't know.
I heard a story about like that.
Yes.
He stabbed himself in the back several times.
Weirdest thing.
Weirdest thing.
Weirdest. Okay, anyway, thanks for the information.
All right, you head on again. Further on down the road, looking for signs, asking various travelers if they've heard anything. Go ahead and as you pass the old ford, you carry on further south. I want you to go ahead and make another series of perception, navigation. There is no navigation check. There's an investigation check, a perception check, and the various ones.
I think Annette is half asleep at this point.
All right, we're gonna try. We're gonna try.
We'll assume this is over the course of several days. It took you 2 days to zip up here on the horses, but you were running at haste, so you're taking a little bit longer, kind of stopping, talking with people, investigating as you go along the way.
Maybe 10.
Hey,
10
there's
is
your double
good.
digits for the day.
There you go. It'll be more so. You did pass an isolated Beorning farmstead. An old fella by the name of Gerald comes out and greets you. He says, "What brings you to these parts?"
We're returning a wagon.
Oh, well, that's nice. Oftentimes those things take a while before they come back. Well, I appreciate it. Whereabouts you taking it back to?
94.
Ah, trouble's down there, I've heard.
It's lovely country.
Well, take care. Anything I can help you with before you go?
I don't know. Have you met anybody else traveling? You know?
What kind of
Well,
trouble
now that you mention
specifically have you heard?
Now that you mention it, there was a young fella who stayed here. Oh, I don't know, a few days, week back. Can't remember now. They all kind of blend together these days. But he was a nice fella. Seemed like he was in a big hurry, but you know, he was generous. Left me a silver coin for a night. Kind of an odd sort. But you know, what was his name? Odiferous? No.
Oderic?
Oderic. That's the one. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Yeah,
Yeah. He said something about being in a hurry.
I bet.
Did
He's
he
a nice
say where he
fellow,
was
though.
going?
He had coin on him, didn't he?
I think he was talking about heading towards Stony Ford. Now that I think about it.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll see you when we get the wagon. All
All right, then. Well, you have a good one.
right.
He heads off back to tending the weeds in the garden.
Well, this captive had money, so I think we can pretty much say he took the Thane's purse.
Yeah. That's my guess too.
All right, well, let's go take back a wagon.
Off we go.
All right. Theoman waves goodbye to Jared, and they all carry on.
Bye.
You guys head off back down to Stonyford. Again, as you approach the village, you see that there are waiting for you 3 figures as you approach the north end of the village.
How did they always know you were coming?
Because it's very easy to see anybody coming along the road from the perch of the village, which is slightly up above the rest of the plain.
It's probably that little kid. Like,
Oh, that kid's annoying.
The kid, he's a
kid.
good lookout. He's a good lookout.
The kid with the
Is-
berries.
Yeah.
So you come up, and again, it is Heartwolf, Ava, and Willifred, who are standing at the north end of the village waiting to greet you as you approach.
Guys, watch your wagon.
Indeed, you have returned with our wagon. And
You even
Ava,
washed it out.
Oh, we did.
there's a slight grin on the side of Heartwolf. Ava looks up and says, "So, what news then do you have from Baron's house?"
Berry dear. Go on, Grubby, tell him.
Sorry, do we have news from Baron's house? Did I miss something? I thought we were just coming back.
Are we coming back? Okay, I'll tell you. He's tired. We went to
I haven't had my nap today.
it shows.
Yeah, it's
Um,
getting on into the evening of the second
What?
day.
What's his name? Bjorn.
Bjorn.
We went to Bjorn, and they were very thankful that we got the bodies, and we told them about the orcs, and he promptly killed a bunch because that's what he does.
Willifred
It was that.
grunts in approval and kind of shakes his fist.
Right. And we stayed for the funeral, and we brought Theo in, and we're gonna go catch Odric. We're gonna do our best to do that, and that's what we're doing.
Yes.
That's it, basically, in a nutshell.
Well, these are good tidings. Things have been rather odd around here.
Yeah?
People haven't been the same since Odric killed Rathvik and took off. Perhaps you can join us as we celebrate around the fire this evening that Bjorn has sent someone to help us with this.
Okay.
Willifred says one of our hunters was exceptionally fortunate this evening and has brought several choice deer. You're welcome to join with us around the fire.
Nice.
And we do have lodging for you if you'd like to spend the night before you carry on. Yeah, we have the same place if you would like.
Okay.
And then, of course, the little boy comes up and he is motioned again once with the pony to haul the cart off. And you find out his name is also Bjorn. He was named after
Right.
Bjorn.
I know that.
Little Bjorn.
LB.
Baron
Ruby.
Jr.
Yeah. And not a junior, just a little Bjorn.
Bjorn.
So you are given the opportunity to mingle around town and see what you can learn from the various different townsfolk. You also are given the option to join with the roasted deer and to hear news and tell tales with the village this evening.
Do you see anyone who seems particularly chatty? Like you can tell that this is a person who has, communal information.
All right, go ahead and make a riddle check to see if you can see anybody who looks particularly chatty. Chatty, chatty, chat, chat. Chitty, chat, chat.
We're going for above 10 now. Oh,
Nice.
Actually, you notice that Bjorn's mother seems to be quite interested in what's going on.
do I? Okay. So I'm gonna go up. Just mention what a fine young man she has.
He certainly is a handful.
I hear they all are. So, tell me, did you know this just so we can maybe find any clues, things to look for? Did you know this Eldrick or anything about him that might help us?
Eldrick, sad story about that fella. I hear his family were killed by outlaws when he was just a young child.
That's a tragedy.
Been strange since then, though. I don't know if that was what prompted him to start fighting, or if it was just being fostered by the old warrior Helmgut. He's Brunhild's father, you know.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Helmgut treated Olgut like a son almost.
Okay.
As she's saying that, her husband kind of leans over and says, "Ugh, Helmgut never really liked the boy. Only took him in because of a debt to his father."
Well, that's sad.
Helmgut was a great warrior. He was training Oderic to follow his footsteps, I guess. But then when Rathfic came in, Oderic became jealous.
Of
Oderic. Oderic was replaced by Rathfic.
Oh,
Did you know? He's dead now. But he was a strong warrior at one point.
Well, did he come to the village?
Rathfic?
Yeah.
Yes, he came.
So he wasn't born here.
No, he came to live here.
He came to live here. I see. I see. And he was the unfortunate gentleman who passed away, correct?
Yes, Rathfic was the one who Oderic killed. From what I understand, there was a fight. And, well...
Oh, what could possibly be worth fighting for that would lead to death?
Well, some people said that Rathfic found Oderic in bed with Brunhild. They were always jealous. Brunhild and Rathfic were raised pretty much as brother and sister. That's what they say.
Oh.
And Oderic never took well. Rumor has it now, that old Rathfic bought Brunhild from Helmgut. And that there was a rather large dowry paid. Never did sit well with Oderic.
Interesting. All right. Well, what does Oderic look like?
Oh, younger sort, 18.
18.
Strapping lad.
Strong.
He's got a lot of good years left in him. He's not got himself killed.
Specifically, does he have red hair? Long hair?
Red hair.
Okay. So,
Scraggly
18-year-old
beard.
strong redhead.
Yeah, thereabouts. Well, reddish brown.
You can find that. Does he have any identifying birthmarks, tattoos? Strange twitches.
He usually wore a leather jerkin that was given to him by Helmgut. Had a raven on it.
Raven. All right. Nice. Well, thank you, and nice kid. And she goes and kind of goes next to the group. I guess. Are you guys eating? What are you guys doing?
I actually want to go find Hardswolf and talk to him.
You want to what?
I want to talk to Hardswolf.
Hardswolf, the village wise
elder.
guy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so you're talking to him?
All right.
I'm gonna sit and eat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to him.
All right. What are you
This
doing?
one is sitting and eating. What is Annette doing?
And it follows Barondir, of course.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna sit and tell Liswin while I eat what I was just told.
Okay. While you ladies are conversing about the stories you've been told, Barondir saddles up to Hartwolf, who's sitting with Ava and enjoying a slab of mutton. Actually, this isn't mutton. This is venison. It's deer. Get the right name. Carve. Okay. Slab of venison. and some mead because they're Bjornings and this we can drink in the wild. Fermented honey
What else?
and water. And there's some root vegetables, and the leafy stuff is used to wipe your mouth, and then it's thrown to the dogs.
Okay. So he's talking.
Is he
So
saying all
as
this
you
stuff?
approach,
or
Helmgut is intent to just dig into this piece of venison. He kind of looks up at you.
Wait,
He's gone to
Helmgut
Helmgut?
or
No, not
Hardsville?
Helmgut. Sorry, wrong name. You weren't going to Helmgut. You were going to Wolf. Hard Wolf.
Hartwolf.
Okay.
The H's threw me off there. Hard Wolf.
Okay.
He kind of takes a bite of the venison and he looks up at you and says, "Yes."
We were here about 4 or 5 days ago. You spoke of ghost dreams and portents. What did you mean?
Hey. What did I mean?
Yeah.
Depends. What do you think about things that go bump in the night?
I'm not sure, but I did have a skull speak to me.
Aye, that's a portent. Or important, depending on how you look at it.
What have you
What
know?
it say?
What do you know?
What do I know?
Yeah, what have you heard? What have you seen? What do you know?
What have I heard? I've heard whales coming out of the south on the wind. I've heard crows telling story of an evil that stalks the land. I've had dreams of shadows creeping out of long forgotten fortresses. That's what I've heard. What have you heard?
Something's hunting the Dunedain Rangers, specifically. That's all I know.
Aye, could be. You Dunedain folk have been around for a long time to hold old grudges. Could be there's something out there that likes you, or would like to kill you. Could also be there's something that looks into the dark hearts of you, preys upon your weakness. There are things, ever since the fortress fell, there are things that have come forth. Horrible things.
Which fortress is that?
He takes a big old swig of mead. He goes, "Well, I don't like to speak of it, but there was a fortress of great evil to the south, in the deep howls of Markwood. It fell not too long ago.
You're telling
Oh.
that story so good. I
That
actually
fortress.
scared myself just now.
What's the matter with her? She looks a little fidgety."
Can you even see me? I'm sitting there.
He kind of nods over in the direction of the march where she's kind of jumping around, talking to Liswin with her hands.
I have no idea.
So you've seen a few winters yourself, probably more than I. You
Maybe.
seem troubled.
I do?
Well, you're the one talking to me. She seems fine. He points over to Net. She's young. The world's still bright and shiny for those folk.
Yep. Not for all of us. And, I turn and walk away.
That's it.
I guess
Okay.
that's all he had to say. Swigs another swig of meat, goes back to gnawing on his venison.
Annette, you're still there.
Net, you just stand there kind of going,
For a minute, and then she follows Varandir.
okay. Kind of just long enough to make it slightly awkward, but not like really
Yeah,
awkward.
yeah.
And she kind of
Yeah.
nice meeting you. Just kind of meanders off. Is there anyone else you'd like to talk to this
We
evening?
should talk to this Brunhild lady.
All right. Brunhild actually didn't come to the feast.
Surprise,
According
surprise.
to the folks, give me a riddle or a persuasion check, please.
Everybody?
Anybody?
I'll do riddle.
Matters
Yeah,
not.
do riddle.
I think both of mine suck, so...
I have advantage on persuasion. So I did not persuasion there.
The marked has been hitting the meat again.
I'm not.
She has been enjoying the conversation, and she's been kind of chatting it up with Theoman. And by the way, where's this Brunhilde?
Oh dear God.
There's a quiet hush that kind of follows throughout the crowd. This one speaks up and says, well, I mean, it would be nice if we were to be able to speak with her, since we have been sent from Beorn to find what we can about Oderic.
I am so
And
embarrassing.
Folks kind of eye the mark carefully, but
I'm like Jane.
after sometimes she can be so full of life.
I can't even believe my character right now.
So after a bit, they kind of point her out. She's sitting over in the corner of the campfire light, off to herself, just kind of staring into the night.
Okay. Okay. I say, hey, I have an idea.
Yeah?
Oh no.
We'll send Daz over there, and then we'll go get him. And we'll have to talk to her, because we're getting him.
Okay.
Maybe not me, but you.
Who are you pointing to with the you?
I'm kind
Anybody
of pointing
but her.
to all of you, because she's obviously rolling ones over here. So, I mean, it's just an idea.
yeah. And that's the one we've been sending for things like this. The woman's
Oh, no.
probably grieving.
You're awfully cute, very disarming. Pionings like cute things.
That's
Oh.
what kind of what she looks outside right now.
What was her name again? Brunhild?
Brunhild.
Brunhild. And she's related to Oderic and...
Essentially,
Yeah,
she's his brother. She's
Oh, right,
Oderic
right.
was her brother, foster brother, and that it was her husband
Really?
Rathfik that was killed.
Right.
So she was in bed with her foster brother.
That's the story you heard.
Yeah, good to know.
I did, and she didn't want to go out because it was raining. Okay, we'll go see if she needs to go out now.
Well, have fun with
Make
that
sure she has
situation.
water.
And like just kind of gently push Annette towards Brunhild.
Oh no. What?
Be fine. You'll be
Okay.
fine.
All right. I meander over to her.
Okay. As you approach, she kind of looks up at you, and then she goes back to staring into the woods.
Oh, so she's not looking at the fire. She's like out.
Yeah,
way.
she's just kind of out on the edge and looking out into the darkness. She's probably here at the moment purely for social etiquette.
Right.
But it looks like she would rather be anywhere else, lost in her own thoughts and grief.
I'm behind her. Are you not enjoying the feast?
She sighs heavily. There's been little to enjoy of late.
Have you had anything? Do you want me to get you some food? I can bring some water or drink if you want.
I'm fine. Thank
All
you.
right.
Cover yourself with me.
Oh, you're the trouble bottle. Actually, I sit down next to her, kind of staring off into the woods with her. So, you knew Odoric, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, I did.
You're
I did.
close with him?
We were once.
So sweet.
We're, my friends and I were looking for him, trying to, bring him to justice and all that.
Well, he committed a crime. And he will
And
be judged.
you're sure it was him and everything?
He committed a crime. He will be judged. Go ahead and make a persuasion roll.
Oh, lordy.
Need to roll 20. Like you more than it likes me. Sorry.
I'm not. Okay, go on.
She looks over at you, says, many have come and asked what happened between us. I don't know. Frederick always had a rough time of it, but he will be judged.
In all the years you've known him, would you ever have expected him to become this aggressive so much towards anyone?
Oh, he fought with everybody.
Oh,
He
really?
told me that he was tired of the village. He said he was intending to leave and seek his fortune elsewhere. Nobody else really trusted him except for me. It
And
seems
did
like. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Did he trust you?
I thought he did, as far as I can tell.
Hmm.
He never really fit in. A lot of people looked at him with suspicion and thought he was a schemer. He had a rough go of it, his father was killed when he was young.
Right. Do you have any idea where he might be right now?
Go ahead and make another persuasion roll.
It thinks you're me. Oh,
No, I don't know where he is right now.
Do you know anywhere he might have gone to? Any hideouts or places he liked to go? Just
He always talked about leaving the village. I guess he's left now.
Right.
Talked about seeking his fortune and finding people that would appreciate him. He mentioned something about hooking up with a group of adventurers in the new camp or something. I don't know.
Well, I thank you for speaking to me. This can't be easy for you. So if you need anything, let me know. Get you food, water, company.
She just kind of silently nods.
Okay. Thank you. I leave.
You see her just kind of shuffle her skirts and look back into the woods, just kind of staring off as the net meanders back over to the warmth of the campfire and settles back up next to the marked and Barondir and Liswin.
How'd it go?
Not good. Though I'm pretty sure he's gone and joined those bandits that we ran into before.
Even better.
Oh.
He's still in the same place, right?
I would assume so.
Okay.
That makes it easy.
Yeah. I don't know that for sure, but that's just my best guess.
So, Do you think she's more sad that husband is dead, or that Odric isn't here?
I mean, he didn't bring him up that much, but then I never did either. So, I don't know.
Interesting.
I think she misses them both.
I wonder if he was a good husband. He was.
I don't know. Odric doesn't seem like.
No.
I mean, from what
Anybody was like, I need a lot of money to marry your daughter to me.
Right.
Thanks. And she drinks some more.
There.
As you guys are talking, Theomin leaves a conversation that he's been having with some folks over off to the side, and he kind of heads back over to your group and he says, "Well, friends, I think I have learned something.
Oh, good.
It seems that there actually was a fight between Radfik and Oderic, but it wasn't because of what he was doing. They were just fighting as they normally do. One thing led to another, and next thing we knew, Radfik had a knife sticking out of his chest, and Oderic had his hand on the handle. We don't necessarily know how it happened, but that was the way that Helmgut found them. He's been pretty much crawled into a bottle since then.
Interesting.
Now, I don't know the truth of this, but that young fellow over there, he points over at Beorn, says that just a few days ago, he saw Oderic slipping out the outskirts of the village, just beyond Brunhild's house.
Maybe that's what she's doing right now. She's looking for
I mean, he is the one who found us.
him.
I guess it's a normal thing for him to do.
Right. I'm gonna go
So he might have seen something.
talk to this bottle dweller. Because I'm on my game.
Okay.
Boy.
So the
Oh
Mark
boy.
is going to go talk to Helmgut.
I'm gonna do it.
Helmgut is in his hut. He has not left his cabin in quite some time, basically
gonna-
since the incident.
I'm gonna get some food. I'm gonna try to.
Go ahead. I don't think you're that snicker. Go ahead and make a con check. We'll see how much you can
Let's do
hit the
that.
sauce again.
Let's do a con check. Heck yeah. Let's do it. Okay. Yeah.
The Mark stands,
Yes.
wobbles
Wow.
heavily to the point where she lurches over on top of this one.
Dude,
Ryan helps her
no.
stand back up.
Sorry. Sorry.
I take
says,
whatever
"Well,
drink she
this
has in her
is-
hand away from her before she walks away.
Drunk stuff.
Very strong.
The Mark begins to wobble over towards where she was pointed at Helmgut's hut was. And it's wobbly. Theomin's kind of helping her out. She's kind of weaving.
Oh, I cannot let her go
Yeah.
alone.
Thanks, Theo.
I'm
knock
with
on the
them
door.
too. I
Which
can't
I
let her
think
go
is like
alone.
a nice little tap, tap, tap.
The
But
door.
it's more like the cops, like bam, bam, bam.
And from inside you hear, "Ah! Is there
Ah,
more wine?"
what? You want something to eat?
If it's not wine, it better be food.
It's wine venison, I think. Well, it was probably regular venison until I spilled my drink all over it. Want some?
Yeah. Whatever.
Okay.
Open the door and you walk in. The place smells like somebody who hasn't bathed in like a week at plus. There's like
Yeah. Or,
kind of like sour wineskins kind of lying around.
alright, I'm gonna leave this
Some
store
old
up and
food.
get you some air. What I'm gonna do?
Helmgut is basically lying across his bed, just staring at the rushes in the ceiling.
What's up there? And she lays on the floor and looks up too. I don't see it.
He's lying there with a wineskin in one hand and this very large axe in the other. Says, doesn't really matter.
What's wrong? What's wrong? Tell me.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
Why am I doing this to myself? I'm about to have an axe in my chest. He's gonna be like, shut up, weird girl.
This is where the most epic, awesome, good roll happens. Right here. I can feel it. It's coming.
Oh no. Did you tell roll 20?
I think roll 20 should give you a good roll right now.
Yay.
Roll
Okay.
20.
Yeah,
Roll
about
20 did not hear my plea.
Okay.
So Helmgut sits up kind of groggily and he says, what's wrong? I'll tell you what's wrong. You're in my house. I don't want to talk to you. And he picks up his axe and he swings it at you. And he's so over-schnickered, it swings wide and it embeds itself into the floor. And he roars angrily and he says, get out!
Fine. Don't take it. Venison with me.
And everything leaves in it. Don't matter. Take everything.
Everything what?
Hold on, tell her
Slumps
that.
Okay.
He
I'm gonna-
slumps over.
I'm gonna take the venison. I'm gonna try to take the axe.
No.
The axe is embedded in the floor.
Okay. Well then I'm like trying to pull on it. I'm
go
taking
ahead-
your axe.
Go ahead and make a
Tell me what's wrong.
strength check.
This is how I die. Somehow I feel like this is totally what she would do. How strong am I? Super strong. So, okay.
You stand up, and in what can only be described as a magnificently fortuitous application of leverage from a drunken stumble, you grab the axe and then fall backwards, jerking it out of his hands and stumbling through the door. And says, hey, it's mine.
You
Give
said,
it back.
you said I could take it all.
No,
I'll trade you.
I said they took it all.
I will trade you it back. You tell me what they took.
They took Rathik. It was wrong.
Who's okay? Who took him?
So the boy raised him. He's a difficult, angry young man. Tried to raise him, but I failed. And then my daughter, she was gonna marry Rathik, and it was gonna be good. And then the boy yelling, screaming, then and then I came in, and the boy was covered in blood. Rathik was stabbed, and then now she won't talk to me.
Who?
Yeah, Brunhild.
She won't talk to you.
No,
Oh no.
I don't want to talk to anymore either.
Okay.
Just kind of rolls over and he passes out.
All right. I'm a woman in my word. I'm gonna leave your axe. Good talk. Good talk. And she leaves the axe. And she leaves the food, but she takes a bite of it. That's a lot of meat on this venison. And stumbles out.
All right, she stumbles out. And she kind of stumbles, and Theoman's like, well, that went well. How are you doing?
I'm all doing great. Doing great. I have an idea.
What's your idea?
What if Hildegard is the one who stabbed him, and then other guys taking a rap for her because he's got the worms for her and stuff.
You think so?
I don't know. I don't know much of anything. right at this moment, but it sounds good. That's how I would write it.
What do you think we should do with this bit of theory?
We could go ask Hildegard, right? I mean,
I think somebody's calling Daz. Go on, Tinsel. Go
throwing
on.
off my game
Yeah,
here.
you go. All right. So the request, then the discussion is to go back to Hildegard with new information from Helmgut, and see if she knows anything else. Is that the plan? What say you, Barondir, this one, and/or Annette?
This one takes all drink away from the marked and she does not want her to get worse. No.
Baron Deer is sitting back, leaning back, puffing on his pipe. He's like, "Here, you can have mine."
And
Gives
she
it to
takes
Mark.
that.
So entertained.
This is fun.
She whacks Baron Deer upside the head, takes the cup, and shoves water in both of their hands.
She totally hit you, Grumpy. Hey, Annette.
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 Yes.
Annette, hey.
Yes. Hi.
Go
Hello.
ask your friend if she stabbed her husband. Just bring it up. Real casual.
Why don't you do it?
Okay.
That's
Seems like it
not
would be
a good
appropriate
idea.
To make a riddle check. The Mark, if you're gonna go chat with Brunhild, make a riddle check to see if you can casually slip it in.
This will be good.
The Lisman is just shaking her head like, Annette, why?
I
This is a good
already
idea.
tried to talk to her. She doesn't want to talk to me.
So we send a drunk.
I'm so nervous to press this button.
No, this will be good. This will be good.
You get like a +8 to riddle.
Like that helped me
So-
the last time.
So you walk over to Brunhild,
Wow.
and she can tell that you are like, a
Faster?
little bit on the sheets to the wind side. So
Some
she just
dancing.
kind of shakes her head, and the Mark begins to weave this almost like a parable story in her slurred words of all these different things, and then she just kind of looks over at Hildegard and says, "So what really happened?" And by this point, Hildegard is so confused and so worked up listening to the inane babblings of this woods lady who's obviously had way too much mead. She's like, "Look, that night, Oderic came. He said he was tired. He said he was gonna leave. He
Right,
said I should come with him.
right,
We could make a new life together."
right.
But I was like, I'm beholden to Rathvik. I can't go. Rathvik came while Oderic was talking to me, and he also is a jealous guy. They started fighting. There was yelling, and Rathvik, he hit me. And then Oderic stood up to him. And the next thing I know, Oderic had Rathvik on the floor with a knife. There was a struggle. They were fighting over me.
For you, I'll totally worth fighting over for. I'll be. What? Did Odric pull the knife? Or was he defending himself from Raziru?
I don't know. I don't know who pulled it first. I just know there was a flash of steel and then so much blood. And then when Helmgut came in and saw Oderic standing there with the knife, he knocked the knife out of Oderic's hand, and then Oderic ran off.
Well, that's understandable. That's understandable. It seemed to me that your dad was more concerned with Razi.
Rathvik?
That's him. Than he was with the boy he raised. I mean, that's weird.
Odric and Helmgut had their days. Some were better than others. That was not one of the good ones.
It's always awkward when you walk in and your son stabs someone. That's normal. For it to be awkward.
She just kind of shakes her head.
So,
I only hope.
I hope I
The
never do
Odric
this in
hasn't-
real life.
and as you're like kind of pausing as the mark pauses from the ridiculousness of that, how Brunhild just kind of shakes her head and says, "I only hope he hasn't gotten himself in worse trouble."
Maybe. How could you
D&D is
get
amazing, you guys.
in worse trouble than stabbing a guard?
After he ran off and was taken away,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the particulars, but he escaped.
Oh.
And he came back.
Mm-hmm.
He told me that the Thanes were killed by orcs, but
They
he
totally
managed to
were.
escape.
They totally were killed by orcs.
He told me that he believed fate had given him a second chance,
Could be.
but he said he was never going to return to the land of the Bionics.
Well,
He says he had heard that there was a new settlement to the west. And he was going to cross the river.
mhm.
I don't expect to see him ever again.
So, you're sad because you will never see him again.
I worry about him.
I obviously.
I fear he's made an even worse decision than to turn himself in.
Well, maybe. I don't know. But I'm really sorry this happened to you and stuff.
Me too.
Yeah. Bummer. Do you want to pet my dog? It makes me feel better to pet my dog.
Sure.
Okay. And she whistles for Dad. So dog is so fuzzy. So fuzzy. And she tells him to lay down by her.
You see her kind of absently stroke Daz's for a little bit. Daz is looking at you like, what?
Go with it, Dad.
Okay.
Go with it. Mommy's not sure what she's doing.
So from that point, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna
Why?
try to sneak away.
By sneaking, go ahead and roll sneak with disadvantage.
Of course.
I just want to see how this goes.
Me too. So stealth.
Yeah, stealth with disadvantage. Because you are really feeling it now.
Oh, that is gonna roll high.
Now it rolls high. Feeling very proud of your last conversation. You with the quiet whispers of a small woodland creature, you just slip away quietly as she resumes looking back into the woods. Obviously, well, she's a little bit less icy than when you first approached her this evening. She's got much to think. But now that she's gotten some things off her chest and she's got a fuzzy dog to kind of pet for a little bit,
Right?
she seems to be accepting a little bit more what has happened. You slip away
I'm gonna pop up right next to Barondir.
and pop up right next to
Like
Barry
right by his
here.
head. So I'd be like this. And like, hey.
You immediately turn and be like, "Whoa!" You almost smell her before you
I-
see her. And then it's like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
I
hello."
would probably pop her in the face.
Grumpy. If you hit her, she didn't feel it.
It's a little numb.
He hit her.
It's very possible this guy did not straight out murder the other guy. Could be self-defense.
Great.
Because they were
So let's
fighting,
go get Thatcher. Forget
and he
about
like,
him.
punched her right in the face, right? And he was like, that's not cool. And he's like, well, whatever. I'll do what I want. She's my wife. And then we're fighting. And also just said there was a knife.
Great.
To get that.
Yeah. So, either way, we gotta go find Liswin's Thatcher kid.
Oh, Thatcher.
Whether we
yes.
find him or not, we gotta find
The boy
Thatcher
with
so
the
we can
horses,
get back to
yes.
Rivendell.
He was a great horse boy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Thatcher.
Is
It's been
Thatcher
a few days.
a normal Rohirrim name? Like, is it common in Rohirrimness? No.
He's a unique boy.
What?
He's just a unique boy.
He is. He's very unique. I was just wondering, because I don't know any Rohirrim people but you. Do I? Oh,
No, you don't.
and
And
Theowen,
Theomin, who is kind of like a Rohan
who
fanboy.
identifies as Rohirrim.
He's kind of a Rohan fanboy. He identifies as Rohan.
I think it's
So-
time you go to bed.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you.
I'm gonna go back to the cart.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you.
Guys,
You should go back to, what's his face Guts Hut and take a nap with him.
No, I'm taking her back to where we're staying.
No.
grab the dog on your way. Okay?
I will get the
Okay,
dog.
Grumpy.
Don't worry. We're gonna go. Gonna get you to bed.
All right, so as Liswin and the marked meander back towards the cart and or the
One bad roll. You're drunk as a skunk.
it was a really bad roll
It was
in your
a-
defense.
Insanely bad roll.
It was really bad. But you RP'd it excellently. As Lisbon and the Mark head off into the night towards the direction of the cabin, the rest of you, what are you doing?
Just talking to Berendir, Thaman, or whoever else is in our party, whatever. I was thinking, if we're gonna go find Thatcher, who's been abducted, I guess, by all these other bandit guys, we can't take a whole bandit group, right? And we're not the sneakiest people. I mean, one of us might be if she's not inebriated. Why don't we just pretend to join them, find Thatcher, and then sneak out instead of trying to sneak in, then sneak back out? You only have to sneak in one way.
We could do that. And
Just-
then I kind of just look back at the mark, tottering off. I'm like, that'll go great.
Mm,
But hey, it's worth a shot.
I'm just trying to think of ideas, because we got almost died. Some of
We
us.
didn't have one of our
last
team
time.
members.
Eh,
Somebody was taking a nap.
One of us was sleepy. Yeah. Yeah,
That's
but
what
there's-
happens when y'all go in weird directions after I fall asleep.
Whatever. That's not what happened.
You're not
You
there.
were bellowing in the
You're not
night.
there.
Talks back when she's not
The,
there.
the Mark's like,
Mess
wait,
up.
no.
It was so different.
Snow, what happened?
I like how I'm blamed for that. You voted. You could have
There
voted.
was a vote.
You were asleep.
There was a vote, and you were legit asleep. Like, not in character, in person. Asleep.
That was a bad day.
Stuff happens, man. Stuff happens.
Oh, no.
Okay,
I
so
was
A bad
The
day
next
with
plan
consequences
of-
that I had no idea would happen.
that
It
happens.
was bad. It was very bad.
Yeah, I woke up and y'all were almost dead.
It taught us all a lesson.
Yeah.
Don't miss a thing. The rest of the group
Okay,
almost
no.
dies.
If anybody got taught that lesson, it was me. Don't take naps. If any of y'all learned a lesson, it was follow
Gilga?
the original direction.
Follow Berendir's plan.
The original terrible plan.
All right. So
Was it even a plan?
It
It was
was.
just
it was
a
an idea.
whim. It
Go.
was a
The plan
whim.
was go to Rivendell.
Toss along the way. That was the plan.
Just because it doesn't take Berendir forever to come up with plans doesn't mean Berendir's plans aren't plans. He says, speaking in third
That was
person.
a terrible plan.
Right.
Just all you can hear in the back of your head, knowing that that's what the Mark would be saying, even though she's not there.
And he's reveling in the fact that she's not there to say it.
Didn't need to
All
throw under the
right.
bus
So
there.
are you all making plans this evening and you're planning to execute them in the morning? Or are you?
Oh, I'm just talking. I don't know about making plans. It's just a suggestion.
Might want to wait till one
I
of
wonder
them
if
actually
there's
thinks I'm probably sober.
I wonder if we
Bayman
can
says, no,
get.
that's not a bad idea.
I was just thinking, I think it's a good idea, even though I'm not there to think it.
Isn't Wilfred the beefy guy over there?
Yes, he is.
I wonder if he'd be willing to help us go find Oderic and bring him to justice.
That is a thing you can ask.
Damon, you're probably better with words than I am. I'm in a grumpy mood tonight.
You're asking Feynman to go try to convince
Absolutely.
Willifred to come
He's
with
a
you.
fellow Bayon.
All right.
He knows it better. You can
He does,
take care of this,
okay.
Damon. This is your first
We shall see. We shall see.
official job.
And,
You can be like our own Rohirric, our Rohirric ambassador.
Thanks.
he rolls over Feynman and says, all right then, I'll go ask.
Oh no.
He rolls over to Willifred, and you see him engage in a conversation. And the conversation does not appear to go well. After a few minutes, Theoman comes back and he says, well, the answer is no.
Mhm.
Willifred is made up his mind, and he is resolute that he will not risk the village to go trouncing about in the wilderness.
Mhm.
I do believe that he has decided that he is going to stay and protect the village, what is left. And he also said that if I had spent a little bit more time minding my own business, maybe I would be in a comfortable village too. Personally, I always like traveling and learning new things anyway, so pot on him. That's why I went to Beorn's Lodge to begin with. Came down from the mountains, and I have not looked back since.
Okay. So, I guess once the marked sobers up in the morning, we can head out. Or in the afternoon, or in the
I'm
evening,
fine.
whenever that
Whenever
happens.
she's sober.
And we can head west and see what we can find across the river. And tread carefully and quietly, and hopefully we see them before they see us, and we'll take it from there.
Very good. All right.
And that helps
you
clean
guys,
up dirty dishes and cups.
Remarkably, there's not too many. Everybody brought their own, so they
Cool,
kind
cool.
of take their own back. There's not like it's not like the after effects of a huge Hobbit party in the Shire. There are,
Okay.
everybody brings their own, simple clay and or wood carved bowls and spoons and cups, and that's about all everybody needs, because it's a very simple feast. Everybody heads off to their beds for the evening. The central bonfire is kind of tempered down a little bit so that it will burn throughout the night. A few watchmen make their rounds, and you guys head back to your cots and enjoy a nice, restful, long rest, sleeping off the effects of said drink, if anybody had too much. I'm going to say, for the sake of story and everything else, the Mark awakes the next morning with a slight headache, but she's had far worse. This stuff appears to have a pretty hard-hitting night, but in the morning it's actually quite mild. So, good on you for not having to start the adventure with a level of exhaustion or some other horrible thing.
And I appreciate that.
Probably make her up some kind of concoction and
Yeah,
tea.
some kind of after effect lotion or potion from some kind of tea. You guys get up in the morning. You coordinate with some of the village folk, and you find that one of the small boats that has been used in the past did actually show up missing a few days hence. And through process of elimination, you find that Oderic must have stolen it and taken it across to the far side. And after a little bit more investigation, you find out that Beorn, the little boy, is actually the one who found it. And that's the one he's been tooling around in.
Nice.
So that wasn't actually his boat. He found it, and he's been using it, and everybody just kind of assumed that it was gone, but he actually hit it downstream a little bit in a bush. So with some discussion and a little bit of persuasion, Theomin has arranged for you guys to get ferried across the river this time on like actual ferry boats, as opposed to having to make some kind of crazy journey down to the nearest ford, which you guys know is half a day's journey either direction.
Right.
You guys get ferried across, and now you are on the far side where you made that woeful camp not too long ago, ready to embark on another adventure to find the brigands. So as we go, since you don't necessarily have a destination in mind, although you know where you've encountered them before, you know in the general direction you need to go, I need your guide. Who is going to be your guide this go round? Is it going to be Liswin or is it going to be Varandir?
I don't know.
Go for it.
What do I do?
Well, both of them were kind of busted up.
Gotta.
Like, oh, no, I guess Varandir was awake at that point.
So let me look, because I know that Theomin has a little bit of backstory with this area too. So let me see. He is not a wanderer; he's a warden, but he does have some degree of survival.
So what all does she need to do?
Basically, you're going to make an embarkation roll
Oh, that thing.
to determine
the really
how well this
complicated
next
one?
part of the journey goes. The embarkation roll is going to be, and we look this up every time,
Yep.
is your guide's survival proficiency, which for everybody is a +2, plus half your wisdom bonus. And then you roll a d12 and you add that together.
That's my 1, D12, plus survival. Just the
Are you proficient in survival?
I think so.
So
I think so.
you don't have a mark on it. You probably are.
Well, yeah,
So
it's
that
+5.
is the half rounded up or down?
It's down.
So 1
1, D12, plus 1.
plus 2.
Can
So it's actually the same for both of us.
at this point on this side of the river, can I give Daz that rag and maybe some of Thatcher's something that he can send so he can assist the guide?
Sure. Go ahead, give Daz the scent. And you guys begin to head off into the wild to try and see if you can find a little bit more information. Go ahead and make either an investigation or a perception or survival check. Go ahead and make a perception check with Daz, since you've given him something to scent off of.
Okay. Thank you, Dad. Sorry.
Ooh, excuse me.
Ooh. Nice.
All right, then. As you guys carry on, you find a boat. Specifically, you find what's left of the scrapings of a boat that indicate this is where he crossed over. And you see the tracks definitely lead to the south and slightly to the east. This being the direction you guys ran into the brigands, and you also recall,
South
if you may
to the
remember,
east or south? Sorry, south to the
southwest,
east or south to the
southwest.
west? Okay,
Sorry,
got it. Sorry.
directions are backwards on the head. South and to the east. And you guys may recall at some point down this direction, you did find that lovely little campsite that had signs that somebody had spent the night there before. And so you realize you guys are actually following in the footsteps of Oderic. They're also your footsteps, although you didn't realize that at the time.
Okay.
If you will bear with me one moment, I will have a description for you. I went too far. Okay, hold on. Chase continued. It says you found the boat and right. As you carry on, I need somebody else to make a investigation or a perception roll. Somebody different this time.
Investigation or
I
perception?
got it. Well,
Go
you
for it.
have advantage on perception.
I have advantage on intimidation and persuasion.
I have
persuasion.
advantage on
Zero
perception.
modifier. She's
There's
got
P
an
something.
advantage on perception.
Well, there
Oh,
you go.
that works.
That's perception.
All
Yeah,
right.
you get the best thing.
As Annette does her looking about, she notices, especially in that campsite that you guys found before, there is in fact signs that this fella has been here. She finds a broken Bayarning knife, a dagger, and as you look around, you do see that he did spend the time here. And not only did he spend the time here, but he actually was trying to pry something out of a boot, it looks like, and the dagger snapped.
Out of a what?
And the dagger snapped. And as
Trying
such,
to,
it was
trying to
left.
pry something out of what?
Yeah, trying to pry like a rock or something out of a shoe.
Oh,
And the dagger broke.
got it.
Any sign of a ruin?
Okay, guy, go ahead and give me a D12.
Like just a normal D12?
Yep, normal D12.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see here. You come across the wreckage of a trader's caravan. Looks like it was ambushed. There's blood on the road, trampled grass, torn sacks, broken crates. There's a corpse of a man feathered with 3 arrows. Crows found the body before the adventurers did, and there are few clues remaining.
What kind of arrows are they? Just normal arrows or like orc arrows?
These are not orcish arrows.
Okay.
These are more akin to what you have seen the woodmen use, or perhaps some hunters from the south. Not quite as far as Rohan, but somewhere in between.
I'm going to investigate the wreckage.
All right, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Okay.
All right. As you investigate, you look around and you see that it has been quite some time since this particular caravan has been ransacked. And this fellow has been dead for a while. He's probably been dead longer than you guys have been in the area. So this happened prior to where you were going. But it definitely bespeaks of a force of organized bandits in this part of the wood.
Do I find any clues? Or that's
What you find is whoever did this had some degree of skill with an archery, and you also find that the next roll you need to make is made with advantage.
Is it also investigation?
No, it's just the next roll you make will be made with advantage
Okay.
for a travel event or what have you.
Cool.
Can I bury him? Or what's left of him?
Sure. You guys spend some time and bury what's left of this fella, and it's really, the body is so overwhelmed that it's really hard to determine where he came from. There's just not enough left that's identifiable as to what kind of nationality he was or what culture. So it's just burying him where he's there. Maybe like a funeral pyre out of his wagon or something. Just carry on.
And all the inventory from this caravan has been removed?
Oh yes, it's gone.
Yeah.
All the stuff just
Right.
shattered wood and bits and pieces of like busted up wagons.
Okay.
All right. You guys camp for the night, finding a secluded spot, setting watch. Go ahead and let me know. We're using the standard watch order as we have been in the past, which
Sure.
for us
I don't remember
is
what it is, but yes.
Barondir, the Marked, Annette Liswin, and we'll go ahead and put Theoman on a rotation 2. Why not?
It's not just a d20 roll
What is?
when you're standing watch.
Yeah, basically. Everybody roll perception.
Oh boy.
That's not happiness.
We got an 8, 11, 13.
At least I get advantage on it.
This is true.
I hope Thalman's a better watcher than we are.
I hope so.
Let's find
Yeah.
out.
This one's still
Baron.
really bummed about missing Thatcher, so
That's what it is.
she's a little distracted.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, Theoman
There we
is
go.
this guy's
on it,
awesome.
man.
He-
I like this
Can we
guy.
keep
Theoman's
him
on
on
it.
this?
He's very much on it.
Wait.
Dang it, where'd he go? I had a thing, and I lost the thing.
You lost the thing.
I lost the thing. Okay.
Hmm.
As the evening progresses, you guys are resting. First watch goes by without incident. The Marked is standing, resolute, watching out into the woods, and she thinks she catches the glint of something in the firelight. And then as she moves in closer to investigate, a snarl is heard and wolves jump out of the firelight at her. I need you guys to roll initiative.
I need to roll one.
Yay!
Initiative!
Yay!
Do I get it? Is this the throw?
Yay!
Yes, you can roll advantage on this initiative.
Oh man. Seriously?
That
Nice.
one. And I'm super really hoping.
How
You
many?
know,
How many wolves?
sometime.
Like there's just one wolf. Jump out of
You see 2 jumping out of the woods.
Awesome. Oh, wait. Let me make one for Daz.
Eventually, we should come up with a
Oh.
plan to find the bandits before they find us.
Sounds like a good plan.
Might-
Maybe not while we're being attacked, but some,
Who said? Not the time.
We can totally
I know.
multitask.
Yeah.
What are you talking
Not the
about?
time.
Daz.
Not a good idea.
Alright, let me check the turn order. That 19 you said, we'll let Daz go with you. He
Daz
doesn't.
got a 19. Daz is gonna go with me.
Yeah, we'll let Daz and you go at the same time since you have advantage. I'm not gonna make you guys roll separately for Daz and them because Daz is not a familiar, he's a buddy. Different system, different game. What I need to do is remember how to do this. Let's see, this guy. Yeah. We'll just do this.
Okay. I'm
You guys
excited.
aren't on the right.
We haven't had a
on the right.
combat in like 2 sessions, and I'm excited.
It's been a while.
Oh yay!
oh, this looks familiar.
Yes, you guys have seen this forest clearing before, but I'm just recycling the map.
Right.
All these fours with the log.
They all pretty much do. I'm in the wrong layer. Hold on.
Ooh, a fire.
You guys can see, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming
Yes.
you can. I didn't add darkness to this one.
Wow, wolves are big.
Even though these are large wolves. These are
Oh,
wild
boy.
wolves. They're not small, and they're coming. They need to roll initiative 2 because they're wolves. They need to
They're
do that.
what kind of wolves?
Wild wolves.
Wild.
Wild.
As
Wild.
opposed to tame wolves. That occur
Yeah,
naturally.
exactly. And all 4 of them are going to roll initiative. And it has been a bit since I've done roll 20 here, so if you bear with me. Let's see here. Who's in what order? The Mark goes first. This one reacts once she's awoken because she's after a wolf. Ooh, interesting. Oh, there's 2 different kinds of wolves. Okay, that's what I did. I've had this encounter set up forever. I've just never done it. All right, here we go.
All right.
Is this where I am? Over here?
You are standing right there, looking across at what's going on.
Alright.
As they're coming out of the woods in your direction, you have just enough time to react as one of them lunges at you. What will you do, the marked?
For the
So
record,
is that-
we
so
can't
it's
see
like
our turns
10 feet
on
away
the
from me.
tracker.
Yeah, we can't see us in turn order.
Is it 10 feet away from me?
What can't you see on the tracker?
Any of us. You can see them, but not us on the tracker.
You can see the wolves, but not you guys.
Correct.
I see us.
That's weird. I see you guys.
I don't.
I
You
don't.
don't. Why don't you guys show up on the turn tracker? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Oh, I don't see us on the turn order either. I only see the wolves.
Yeah, and I just
Oh.
refreshed too.
I see.
Still nada.
That's weird.
Okay, well then I'll just call it out to you guys. The
Okay.
mark is first.
So, are they 10 feet away from me?
Yeah. That wolf is coming right at you.
Okay. Wait. I'm gonna
These things are
shoot
massive.
it. Then
Did you not hear that?
No, I'm just
Because-
realizing how massive they really are.
it's a big old.
These are large looking beasties.
Yeah, these are big guys.
Yeah, this one.
How'd it go?
Nice.
Great. Woo. Okay. So did
There's-
that hit?
There's a wolf howl in the music.
I'm totally trying to figure out what Theoman's doing. He's tending the horses.
So I shoot at this guy right there.
Okay.
All right,
That's what I rolled.
that will hit.
And it's D6, yeah. And it's not sneak attack because it jumped at me. Which stinks. But
Hey,
8 damage.
you
you
got the right
quickly
number
pull
now
up your
instead
bow.
of 40.
Oh yeah.
That's weird. You quickly grab your bow and fire off an arrow at him quickly. It yipes as it feels the sting of the bow.
I'm gonna basically be shouting everybody to get up, and I'm gonna call Daz to move back as I also move back to try to get a better vantage. Wow, I just turned myself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Nice.
There's a button to turn you.
I see that.
Oh, did
That's
you?
pretty cool.
Okay.
All right,
She's facing that direction now.
I'm facing them.
This wolf, the thing you guys kind of head into the shadows, is going to circle around this way, and he's going to take a bite at Daz.
Gonna kill my
Ooh.
dog.
He lunges forward to bite, but a 10 will not hit. And Daz quickly dashes out of the way as this large wolf looms out of the shadows behind this tree, and he bares his teeth and snarls. But Daz is
Okay.
not having
Well,
it.
since he held his action,
Yeah,
can you take a bite at him now?
he can do a reaction, sure.
Alright. Where is it? There it is. Sweet. That hit? Did that bite hit?
That bite hit, yes. Yes,
Okay.
it does.
Ooh.
Should be a 3.
That's a 9, actually.
Ooh.
Nice damage,
Um,
though, Jazz.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic fantastic attack from the Daz to this wolf that is much larger than he is, but he dodges the fangs and gives a chunk out of its foreleg. So the 2 GM stuff is showing up on your side?
Yes.
Your attack there showed up for us. For that one. But
It didn't used to.
Once you do the, you have to set it up for each NPC to not sometimes.
Huh, because I used
But
the same...
But Talk to Myself should keep it from doing it.
Yeah, well, we'll find out. Because
There we
at
go.
one point, it was doing the whisper at all times. I'm wondering if something changed since the last time I did combat. I don't know. It's been a while. Immersion destroyed. The wolf howls in pain as now there are 2 of them. Okay, that one lunges forward. Which way is it going to go? It's circling. It's circling warily. Also looking to take advantage of its larger counterpart, and it's going to take a lunge at Daz. This time,
No.
this time it's going to have a little bit of an advantage because it's flanking. It's smaller, but it's roughly the same size. Is that showing up?
Nope.
No?
Confusing.
Okay. Good. Because it strikes with an 18. Does that hit?
Hits.
Oh.
And that will be 8 piercing damage. On Daz, how many hit points does he have?
4?
No, Daz has got more than that.
Oh, that's what it says. He's got 12.
He's got 12, so that hurt him pretty good.
Okay.
Daz has 12 hit points. He's now down to 4.
4
He
The mark
yipes as the
is
wolf.
livid.
The wolf kind of withdraws. The next wolf circles around this way, and it goes for Annette, who is just now starting to rise off of her cot.
Question
Do I have?
is
Yeah.
the one that's attacking now the 13?
Um,
I think I rolled a 17.
oh, my thing skipped. I'm sorry. It is
No
Lisbon's
worries.
turn. For some reason, my mouse decides the most obnoxious places to skip when I click on turn order. So yeah, it's Lisbon's turn.
That's perfectly
That
fine.
wolf did not move.
Oop,
Go ahead, Lisbon.
I gotta find my right button. I'm gonna go here.
Just a
Go
premonition.
Whackety wacky this one.
All right. Lisbon draws her sword, and with
Wacky
a
sex.
Rohirric battle yell, charges at this wild wolf with a deft strike that it slices right past it. The wolf dodges to the side as you go to lunge for it, and it doesn't connect.
Mm.
It is now the next
Another
wolf's
one.
turn. And this wolf is going to swing around and is going to flank Annette and
Protection.
try to take a nibble out of her hide.
Protection. Protection.
You pose disadvantage, you say?
Yes.
Does a 14 hit you, Annette?
If I can see him, then no.
Okay, then yeah, he just is on the edge of firelight, but he swings around and attacks at you. But between the disadvantage of Barondir and you realizing he was coming, you're able to duck out of the way as this glistening maw opens and fangs snap at you from the shadows. Close call. The next wolf slinks through the shadows underneath this tree, heading out into the shadows, into the forest. You don't see where it goes. It just kind of disappears into the woods.
Oh,
Better than deer.
okay.
No. I'm going to run up and whack this guy with my sword. Hopefully. With my long sword.
All right. That will hit.
Yeah. Phooey.
You, recovering from protecting Annette, lunge forward with your longsword. You manage to catch the beast across the shoulder, but it's not as deep of a thrust as you would like because you also are keeping one eye kind of off in the woods to see where that other wolf ran off to. It is a hit, but it is not a strong hit.
I'm gonna follow it up with a smash with my shield. Or try to, at least. Worth a shot.
Unfortunately, you still are a little bit out of position from protecting Annette, and as you bring the shield around, the wolf recovers from having its side being stabbed, and it rears back as you swing the shield in front of its face. But Annette, that opens up a line of attack for you on Mr. Barondir.
Yeah, nice. I'm gonna back up and shoot the big one next to Barondir.
All right, as you back up, it's going to lunge at you, trying to take
Okay.
a reaction shot. That will be a 12, which completely misses.
Yep.
No, wait, you've already used your protection as a reaction, right?
Mhm.
But it doesn't matter because that's not the
Oh
rule.
no, that's
Anyway,
at the start of my
No.
next turn.
Yeah,
so
I was looking at it, and it's good. She's good.
I can use it
Good.
again now.
No.
She's good.
I'm
Annette
not good.
stumbles backwards, pulls up her bow, having a little bit of difficulty trying to shoot towards the wolf. Just lets the arrow fly. Let's see what happens.
No, please.
The arrow whizzes past Barondir's head, but it does not hit him. So he's like, whoa! And it's like, sorry, waking up.
I need some target practice.
The marked. You are up.
Nice. Apparently, I'm the
gonna
target.
shoot this guy because he cut me down.
All right, shooting over Daz. He is flanked by Daz, which gives you advantage and sneak because you are coordinating with your dog. Just roll it again. See if you get crit, because that 15 will hit.
Whoops. I'll take the 15.
We'll take the 15. Go ahead and roll your damage.
It's 3. Yeah.
I think you're up to 2d6. It's 3d6, yeah, plus your ability modifier or your sneak attack damage.
Oh wait, I've got
It's 3.
I've
Or
got
is it-
sound
It's not
effects that I
6,
can
is
play.
it?
What?
With my attack at 6.
Your sneak attack, I think I wrote it down here. You get 1d6 for your short bow, and then 2 more d6 because it's sneak attack. So it's going to be 3d6 plus 4 for your damage.
Ooh, nice.
Which, if I click on the right button, is a lot of damage. As you strike this creature's hide, you notice it crumbles as your arrow penetrates right down its throat, and it just and then flops to the ground. The big one howls as in anger. Oh,
I'm
so what?
going to hide.
Where?
I guess there's nowhere to hide.
You could run to a tree and hide.
All right,
Leave.
I'm gonna do that.
All right, the nearest tree would be this guy down here.
20, this one?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
You going that way?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll stealth.
Now you're getting him on it.
She disappears into the
I know.
bush. You hear a
Um,
slight rustling, and then all of a sudden, the mark is nowhere in sight.
I'm gonna have Daz try to bite at this guy and then try to retreat because he's very wounded.
Okay.
Or can I use his action? Can they get engaged?
You can tell him to dodge,
Okay.
which
Well, I'm gonna do
basically
that.
imposes disadvantage on anybody trying to attack.
Okay. I'm gonna tell him to dodge.
Alright.
But if he moves, that guy get an advantage. Like,
But he would get a reaction. He would get a reaction.
alright.
All right. As such, that large wolf is now staring down a very determined warrior of Rohan, who's much more of an immediate threat than the dog. So he's going to lunge forth at Liswin in all of his wolfy glory. Will a 20 hit modified?
Yes.
Yes, you will take 9 piercing damage as this wolf bites into you, and I need you to make a strength save to see if he drags you down.
Okay. 1 minute.
And as he grabs a hold of your arm, he pulls his head down, and you topple forward, landing
Seriously,
prone
it is.
in front of him on the ground.
Not good.
I forgot what we decided was the prone symbol.
Was some guy.
Some guy on his back.
Yeah.
We'll do that one. You are prone on the ground.
Okay.
The next one is dead, so he doesn't have a turn. Now it's your turn, this one.
Can I stand up?
Yes, you take half your movement to stand up,
I'm going to attack him with my sword.
and then I'm going to stab at him.
No, I'm not.
Stand and stab.
I
As
got
you're
your
standing
rolls, the marked. Thanks.
Sorry.
As you
Sorry.
stand, you shake off the terrible feeling of the wolf biting into your arm and dragging you ground. You stand back up, but you aren't able to get your sword to bear in time for the wolf to scuttle backwards to get out of reach. This other one bears down on Varandir, snarling as it snaps at you. But it cannot get a grip on your shield as you kind of poke it in the face, pushing it off,
Poking it with a blunt object.
poking it with a blunt object. All right, from the shadows, this wolf comes running up, flanking Annette, attacking. It's a 15.
If I can see him, then no.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
We'll see if you saw him coming in. You did see him, so as
Yeah.
you're watching Varandir deal with this large wolf, you hear something from the side of your flank, and you turn just in time to see this wolf lunging out of the shadows, and you raise your defense position, and you're able to poke him away with staff and or dagger and or sidestep. Varandir,
I'm gonna whack this guy in front of me with my shield.
no,
Nice.
Varandir went a while ago. Did he? I thought he did.
Yeah, I got like a 4 initiative or something.
That's
Yeah,
not
his
it.
initiative was
4 or
pretty bad.
5. I'm low.
You
Just
got a
Okay.
5. I got a 4.
Just-
I did.
kill it.
I smashed
round
him
two
with,
now.
with my shield.
Wait, which attack was first? The shield was first, and then that's the damage for the shield.
Yeah.
Okay, so you reach out and you punch him with your shield.
Shing.
It seems to glance down his side. It's almost as if the hard metal of your shield hits his hide and slides down. It would be a nasty bruising, scraping motion, but not a bone crunching motion.
Figures.
Definitely causes it to kind of yelp a little bit as you hit it, but it
Follow it
doesn't
up with
make
a sword.
you feel like that was a fine hit. However, as it's kind of slightly dazed from your shield blow, you bring your sword around and you're able to hack into its flesh. Not
I have rolled
like the
3
fourth one you
straight
rolled in a row
1s for
on
damage. Golly Moses.
You're able to whack at it. It feels like it's been a while since you've been in combat. You're kind of rusty. You're not getting the solid blows that you really want. It's a hit, and it's definitely causing some damage, but it's not nearly the decisive victories that you're after right now.
And then I'm
Annette,
actually
you're
gonna,
up.
I'm gonna actually move backwards 5 feet.
Oh.
and
Move
get close
backwards?
To Annette. Yeah, I'm gonna get closer
All
to
right.
Annette.
Now, as you do, this wolf was going to attempt to bite at you as you move away. It is going to critical with a
Oh,
natural
no.
20. You are going to take 8 piercing damage as its
Jeez.
teeth rake across you. Go ahead and make a strength check to see if he manages to grab onto you and drag you down as you step away.
Strength check or saving throw?
It's a strength shave.
Well, that's good. Roll 1d20 plus 5. I think
Huh.
I saved.
That will definitely, as it pulls, you jerk your body away and you're like, not today. wolf attacked Annette.
Well, no, it's my turn. After
Yes,
I go
it
after
is your turn.
Barondeer.
Yeah, Barondeer dealt with the reaction. Now it's your turn.
Yeah, okay. I back up. Okay. And I'm gonna shoot him.
All right.
The little one.
As you back up, you see a hesitancy in the wolf. As you get closer to the flame, it almost looks like the wolf is a little hesitant to follow you in. But as you see that moment of hesitancy, you pull your bow up, you fire an arrow true to form, critical right to the wolf's face.
Nice,
Go ahead and roll damage. It's 8. It's going to be not 8. It's well, yeah, it is 8. Never mind.
Cool.
Because you can add faster than I can right now. For some reason.
Which is very, very strange.
Didn't I? Hold on. It dies. It just collapses because that's how many hit points it had. It had 8. I, for some reason, didn't save it. I don't know why. But it just collapses as you also find the neck, the wolf hesitating and kind of looking over towards its larger companion, not sure what to do with you being closer to the fire. It catches the arrow right in the neck and it just falls over.
Nice. Went from a 1 to a 20.
Yes. The
Continue.
mark, you are up.
Gonna shoot this guy.
All right.
Since I'm hidden, I get advantage.
Let's see if it sees you. What was your stealth roll? It was like 20 something?
It was like a 28 or 29, something
Yeah,
crazy.
20,
Natural
29.
20 on it.
Oh, really? Well, yeah, he did see you.
So yeah,
Yeah, you get advantage because you're shooting from stealth, and it's a beautiful hit. Go ahead and roll damage because this is a large wolf, and you're shooting right into its flank as it's presenting quite a large target, and your arrow strikes deep within its hide
Nice.
to the point where the fletching is the only thing sticking out, and you see the wolf kind of stumble a little bit. And then it just sinks to the ground as you realize
Yes.
it's penetrated right into its heart through the rib cage, and it drops. Ooh. And there is one wolf left, and that guy's
I'm
dead.
gonna come and grab Daz.
All right, this one, you're up.
Okay. Well then. I'm gonna move myself over and stab him, slash you, whatever, with my sword.
She rushes around the fire.
No, I'm not.
Sorry. Got confused.
Runs out to whip out her broadsword and just slashes into the night as the wolf kind of sidesteps, seeing you rushing up to her. It looks around, seeing as how its pack has basically been decimated. It howls mournfully as it lunges forward to attack you. However, it does not find purchase upon your fair Rohirrim skin as your shield clunks into its face as it catches fang, not flesh. It's now Berender's turn.
Yeah, I'm on to run up and I'm going to whack it with my shield.
As you surround it, it begins to cower, seeing all these large humans rushing up to attack it. You lunge forth with your shield. You miss horribly, actually dropping your shield in the process. However, you're able to recover your footing enough to make a stab at it with your sword,
Which I am going to do.
Yeah.
which now unencumbered by your shield, you lunge forth with your sword. As it followed your shield down, it left its neck exposed, to which you plunge your sword deep into its sinew, causing a nasty gash to appear on the side. Blood begins to spill forth from this cut with a severed and particularly vital artery, and the creature drops as its life essence oozes into the ground.
Yes.
He's dead,
Cool.
Jim.
Yeah.
Somebody found it.
Can I use my second wind?
Sure, if you want.
I was gonna do that, but I ended up using my shield attack instead.
And the wolves
Made
are
it
all
out of
dead.
combat. Yeah.
Everybody's standing around kind of...
What a crappy deep breath.
I'm glad you're getting the
Oh,
ones
no.
like on damage and not on attack.
Yeah,
Wow,
I
you're getting
guess.
a lot of ones tonight on these social checks and everything else.
Jeez, please. All right.
You all take a moment to breathe a little easier as these wolves that have attacked are now defeated, and you're catching your breath. What would you like to do after this scenario?
I would like to bandage up Daz.
Yeah, help you with that.
All
And
right.
bandaging everyone up. Just kinda-
And I would like to try to skin and declaw the two big ones. Basically, one, I want to make some earrings, but the other, have something to trade.
All right.
You know?
You
Go
know,
ahead.
I asked the marked if she can get the skin off this littler one that I killed.
Okay. It's possible.
All right.
Let's see.
Alright.
Go ahead and make a survival check with advantage.
Survival.
And are you using your healing arts on Daz?
Daz, yeah.
All right. Well, we'll just say for the sake of argument, Daz has got all 12 of his hit points back.
Alrighty.
Because your
Alright.
healing die are quite good.
Nice.
They are.
So, I basically said I want some earrings, but
Yeah, you're able to quite cleanly, with very little hassle, skin all the wolves, grab various different fangs and claws
tails,
to be cleaned later
barter.
as you needed, or bartered, or what have you.
Mhm.
The rest of the wolves you can toss off as you see fit. Theobin stands in the corner and says, "Well done. Fine story this will make."
Yeah. No, but don't concern yourself with actual battle. Don't do that.
Well, it's been a while since I've been out in the woods. I've been telling stories at Baron's Hall for a while, don't you know?
There is nothing like practice.
Absolutely, I agree. And next time I will be ready. Because
So
he will
how
have a
many
token,
hit points
and
does Daz have?
Daz is full.
Okay.
When Annette does her healing arts, she can heal 2d8 plus like her wisdom modifier, or like times her wisdom modifier, and
Well,
then
I
she
can do-
gets that die back like,
Oh, okay.
when she takes a rest, which you guys are going to finish up your rest.
Oh.
So for the sake of ease of bookkeeping, I was like, yeah, Daz is fine.
Yeah.
And actually, you get 3 of those, right? And they
Yeah, I
replenish
do.
a short rest. So we'll just say, for the sake of argument, that you've patched up Barondir and Listwin too.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
So Barondir and Listwin, you guys are patched up, and Annette has fixed your wounds and stitched you up and salved you, and you will get your hit points back. As the rest of the night passes without incident, you wake up in the morning and you realize, give me an investigation roll, that Mark.
Who?
You, Mark. Give me an investigation roll.
Oh.
Yes.
Sorry. Oh. Back to me. Okay.
Go ahead and take another investigation roll there, Annette.
I'm very, very concerned About Daz.
You're concerned about
So-
Daz, but there's something that's something. There's something.
Something.
Something Annette looks over the pelt that she's gotten from this wolf, and she leans over to the marked, and you guys begin to confer. And there's something that you didn't see in the firelight, but now you're seeing in the light of day that these wolves look like they have been scarred, and the scars almost look as if they were beaten by rods or whips. And this is not a normal, like, just animals fighting kind of a scar. This almost actually speaks to you like these wolves were somewhat trained and or abused.
Not sad. I mean, not sad enough not to kill them. But still
Do you
sad.
think by the
Can-
brigands? Or maybe
Can
something
we,
else?
can we see where these wolves came from?
Somebody-
Can we track them?
Set them upon us.
Yes, go ahead and roll an investigation. Or rather,
Yeah,
survival.
do these
Do
wolves smell
survival.
anything like that scrap of cloth you had?
Barondeer survival?
Or...
Barondeer or the marked or Annette or Daz. If the mark does it, she gets advantage.
Thanks.
Because she'll have Daz.
She's got
help her.
Daz. Yeah, have her do that.
Daz can sniff and follow the trail of the wolves.
Yeah,
And as he does, you guys pack up your gear and you bandage yourself up and you head off for another hour in the woods following the scent that Daz is leading you on. And you eventually come to a site where it definitely shows that the wolves that you're chasing crossed paths with this site. But as you look at the site, you see that there is signs that there was a struggle here. There was trampled grass, splinters hewn from a shield, a broken spear haft. It speaks that there was a battle at this ground and that one warrior was fighting against several others. This fellow, whoever he was outnumbered. He was knocked unconscious and he was dragged off.
Ooh.
But there's a definite trail that leads deeper into the woods.
well, I guess I know where we're going.
And we shall resume there next week.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. I'm sorry that roll 20 got you guys confused with me. Sorry.
Nice. Well,
You know, I was reading today that Roll20 prides itself on having very random rolls on its generators.
Really?
In fact, saying that their rolls are more random than dice because dice can be weighted and have production issues. But I have never seen so many ones in one night.
I'm just saying.
I'm wondering if they're messing with the algorithm because there's been other nights where we've had like 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Tonight's been 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Maybe it's just how it works.
Well, hopefully not, because
It was truly a
Yeah.
fantastic evening, though.
that would be kind of rough.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you,
Nothing.
Carve, for the
Tea and dry.
awesomeness. Say
Yeah.
what?
You guys are my official drinking buddies.
Okay. Yay. But thank you, Carve, for lore mastering for us. Thank you, everybody who came in and popped in the chat. We had quite a few people here tonight. So thank you guys for watching. And thank you all for watching it later on YouTube, etc. Be sure to follow the channel if you enjoyed it, or subscribe on YouTube, wherever this is that you're watching it, because Signum University here, we've got multiple shows every week. And we're actually in the works of, all very hush hush, yes, ça va. But we're in the works of actually getting some more new shows on the channel, as well as having some very fancy people on this show. So that should be fun. So yeah, good times, and good to see you all again. And we'll see you all next time. Be sure to follow and stay tuned. So yeah, anything else? All right.
Oh, that's it.
Take care,
We'll see where
everybody.
this goes next
Till
week.
next week. Bye.
Okay.